beer name bomb was plastered across their shirts in their first collection ever since Altamunted have maintained the steez of quintessential Aussie street culture. Known for twisting household items like Vegemite, Nanganators, Bugs and the Mighty VB into their own iconography, Altamunted is a Sydney-based streetwear brand that have tapped into their party experience and translated that into fresh garments, unparalleled in quality.
Ah, thank you.
You are welcome. Thank you.
I paid for them to say that.
Starting Altamunted with spilt ink and lots of beers in a shared house in Alexandria, Zac started teaching himself to screen print. Now Altamunted has amassed a twisted cult of well-dressed munters donning their iconic brand. We've infiltrated the AIM warehouse and we have Zac here with us answering some hypnotic questions. While we're here, we're going to be designing some rare Altamunted cross hypnotic alphabet bracelets. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Welcome. So hyped to be chatting with you.
Absolutely. Thank
So
you for
hyped.
coming around.
Thank you for having us.
No, you're more than welcome.
Can you tell us about yourself and what drew you to the makings of garments and design?
I think that, speaking of actually, with the beer name bomb thing,
We love it.
there's this bad boy. Ooh, beautiful. Oh, can he do it?
Can you do it?
2 seconds.
He did
Oh.
it. Nice.
There we go.
Nice.
Oh shit.
He's back.
There's so much shit in here.
Take that.
So when you said beer name bomb,
Yeah.
this was actually the first ever AM show.
Amazing.
First one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's the OG.
With beer name bong on it, which
Amazing.
turns out didn't sell many units because people didn't want to advertise that they did beer names and bongs. Designing clothing. I studied graphic design, and I studied graphic design overseas.
Nice.
And I came back and I was working as a chef, and I realised that I was doing fuck all with what I learnt, and it was sort of, you know, when you go to high school and you like learn stuff and then you leave high school and you're like, I don't fucking know what I learned.
Yeah.
So the first thing I picked was to start a clothing brand.
Yep.
Just so I was using what I learned essentially.
Yeah.
So that was why, I guess.
Fucking know that's what pushed it.
Yeah, absolutely. I just,
Yeah.
you know, it was like a great opportunity to go overseas and study. So
Absolutely.
I didn't want to like fuck that up and just not do anything with it. So and
Where
that's
did you go?
New York.
Wow. For how
Yeah.
long?
Nearly 6 months.
Wow.
So
That
it's
would have
like-
been such an experience.
Shillington College. So there's actually ones. There's
Wow.
like one in Sydney, one in Brizzy. There's one in London. There's one in Manhattan.
Cool.
So I was an only child, so I was very lucky that my parents sort of helped me with that and backed
Yeah.
me, and so
That would
was
have been mad.
So sweet.
yeah, it was great. I fucking love New York.
Yeah.
I think everyone does
Super.
though. Like if anyone goes over to New York and they say they don't like it, it's like you're a fucking serial killer.
Yeah,
Yeah, like you're a weird cunt, pretty much.
Fully.
But yeah, so
That's
like
so
that.
great.
That's
That's
essentially how it
amazing.
came out. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
Well, so obviously it started in a garage 5 years ago now. It's a fucking long time, half a decade, solid.
Absolutely, yes.
How has it been watching that initial vision grow into this crazy fucking shit?
Like I don't really. I feel like I haven't really been able to watch it as a third person. I'm pretty happy with it. It's, you know, that interesting thing where like I've definitely grown through a major like sort of part of my life coming into like a young adult while doing it. So and like that's the thing as well, like you know, I generally don't buy clothing because I make it. So as I change as a person or my style changes or whatever I want to do or whatever I want to wear, I just make it, and then I'm lucky enough that people buy it, really.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you know,
you're
like,
on the pulse of something.
oh yeah, like I don't know, man. Like I think, you know, like just looking at like the American streetwear scene is such a, you know, embedded, and like that's the thing. So here in Australia, like nobody hangs out with people that make other clothing brands. Like everyone's like heaps weird, but then if you look at like other brands in LA and stuff like that, all of them are fucking friends.
Yeah.
So it's strange, that is, but I think, you know, on the pulse wise, yeah, I just make what I want to make and wear.
Yeah.
And I have done that before and things haven't sold, and I'm like, well, maybe I should you know, have a look at what other people, like not what other people are making, but just see, you know,
The
what
trend.
are other people, like fuck, like it's not gonna operate unless I actually like pay attention to trends, and I think
Absolutely.
I'm lucky enough that most of the things that I've made have paid attention to trends in a way, so otherwise I would, you know, wouldn't really be here, so
as well, you do like in your own right capture an essence of something that I feel like a lot of your buyers relate to and resonate to, which is something.
Absolutely, like I think we've all gone through a phase, like we it's sort of like a thing within my friend group that we've all discussed, because like at least a lot of people that I know have grown up outside of Sydney. Like there's not many friends that I have that have grown up within Sydney, and I feel like there's that thing of when you move to Sydney, wherever it be, you know, like 10 years ago or 5 years ago or whatever, you go through this period of maybe, you know, could be 2 months, could be 6 months, could be a year, where you just get fuck-eyed because like I'm in the city. like everyone that moves to the city, you're like, oh, they just moved to the city, so like they're gonna be fuck-eyed for at least 4 months. Like, you know, because everyone's just like, oh, I live in the city now. Like I'm just gonna, you know, it's easier to, you know, like especially like if you're moving from like the Southern Highlands, which I moved from. You know, like there's 3 pubs and most of the people are fuck with, so you know, you don't really get the experience of meeting a larger group of people, and you know,
all becomes like the regulars that you'll see on certain.
It's hard to not get that, you know, attraction to that first.
Absolutely,
months,
and like it's your first share house. Like, you know, no one ever moves up to the city. And, you know, moves into an apartment by themselves. Like they, you know, you always move into a share house, and if you're lucky enough to move into a good share house, and most of the time those people end up just partying a lot, and you know, because you're like, fuck it, well, I'm in the city, I guess. It's that weird thing. Totally. So I guess I have captured that in a little way, maybe, but I still don't know today, like with Altamunted, like there's so many times where I'm just like, why didn't I just call it fucking, you know, like something that was a little bit more normie, passable in a way, but then at the same time, like now it's like, well, I've gotten to the point now where I've worked through that, and I do genuinely have, I'm very fortunate to have people that buy my stuff quite regularly, and it's like, well, now, like, I don't need to change the name, you know, it stands for a lot more than just getting fucking cooked. Like I came up with that name when I was, you know, cooked. Now I'm not. Still love a beer, but you know, like it's not, you know, you're not bendering for like 4 days straight sort of thing, you know, it's like an actual business now. So it's good that those people have grown with me, and then people that are not as so inclined to that culture have also jumped on the bandwagon, which is really nice.
Totally.
Absolutely.
Perfect kind of you segue to our next point.
So well, we're gonna ask.
I read it before.
Can't steal that shit.
It's outdated.
Sorry. No, I didn't actually.
No, you're cool. Also, I just want to encourage, let's build some bracelets while we speak.
Absolutely.
You have your string, the beads.
So I've never done this before.
We were just kind of saying to maybe just like tie
a bead to start.
To the end, and then build from that.
Okay.
And then we'll just go.
Just weave.
What? Just weave?
Just weave. We're backtracking a little bit on what we were kind of trailing off into before, but we have to ask, is Altamunted a word mash of some kind? Because if it is, that's a pretty fucking epic word mash.
It was, funnily enough, well, not funny, I might get fucking ripped for, so there's a skate brand called Altamunted. I hope they don't. So there was a mate of mine at a very, very juvenile party who was drinking a bottle of like Red Square vodka. You know, like the $25 bottle of vodka. And he was fucking. He'd had way too many fucking spritzers, and he was wearing an Altamont shirt, and then we just said, oh, he's Altamunted, and then that sort of stuck with my friend group, and we made shirts for schoolies that said Altamunted on them, and then that's like the OG. I might have one. No. That was the first. That was the first like attempted design. Like realistically, look back at it and just like, fuck, that was shit. But you know, so that's how the name came about. And then when I wanted to create a clothing brand, and that was, I don't know, seemed like the obvious choice. So
I love that. That's like, I really love that, like the cooked banter at a party. That like it's actually just such a hectic word to say, you know? Just
Absolutely.
Like Altamunted.
Absolutely. Like it works out well, I guess.
Yeah.
I get at least it's like a point of separation.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people take the easy road and call fucking clothing brands pretty basic shit. So, but they probably sold more in their first 2 or 3 years, to be fair.
Right, you've got the true supporters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ride or
Like
die.
there's still like it's quite weird actually. Like there's still a couple of people that like from the beginning that are still buying, and it's like, oh,
yeah,
that's
so
nice.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, but at the same time though as well, you sort of track people that have dropped off, and it's like, you motherfucker, like what are you buying? Like what are you buying now? You can't. Fucking going to some normie brand probably.
Show
I
me
don't
what's
know.
better.
So what are you guys putting on yours? Like you're fucking powering through this.
I'm like,
I'm
like, I'm gonna try combine our names.
Okay.
Somehow.
Easy done.
That's my vibe.
I'm
doing
falling
a little,
behind.
No, you take your time.
I just want all the green, brother.
Yeah, get that
Yeah,
green.
I was gonna try and steal all of one color, and then I thought,
No, we gotta
it
share
can't be a
around.
fucking
It might be a bit unfair.
I was like, I'm just gonna do a rainbow thing.
We're gonna do the rainbow thing.
Alright, well, I mean, so it's been 5 years of
Yes.
you doing this sort of thing.
Yes.
What's been like I guess the process of setting it up to get it to the point it is now? Like, you guys make a lot of shit, it takes a lot of effort.
Yeah.
What's your team, like, obviously you have a team, you know, who's around you?
So it's a lot of me,
Good on
but
you.
you know, like I feel like you get to a point in a business and you sort of end up saying we.
Yeah.
And also as well, it looks a bit like, I don't know, when you think of it sort of like on a social media perspective, like I think people are always like more inclined to support a business where you say we rather than me. Yeah, absolutely. But no, so there is like all of my mates around me, they're incredibly supportive, and I'm pretty sure every single person in my friend group has done a photo shoot for AM because that's how we source our models, because
That's beautiful.
I don't know if I'm a cheap bastard or it's just easy.
Homies helping homies, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, you know, all of my friends do really incredible stuff, you know, like they're all like I'm very fortunate to have people around me that are all like excelling in their fields, or like at least trying to, you know, or like I have no doubt that every single person that I sort of hang around with or I'm surrounded with is going to go far.
Yeah.
So it's always good to sort of have that community and be able to, you know, like my mates that are in bands, you know, be able to shoot with them, and you know, at least at the least they can maybe get like a fucking press shot out of what we do. But yeah, so like with a team wise, like I work with a couple of photographers that are really great. I work with like the screen printers that do the screen printing, so like you know, got to a point where I really couldn't do it myself anymore.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, like, so many.
Yes, so like the screen printers, they're like a massive help, and I built a really good relationship with them. Acid Printing, I would recommend them to anyone. They also own the brand Acid Rain, so they're very, very experienced in what they do, and they're, you know, they're fucking good at what they do because they also own a brand. So you know, you're not sort of dealing with some old boy that's got a fucking factory out in Dulwich Hill that's sort of prints for like sports teams.
They care about the quality of this kind of
Yeah, absolutely. And then like my roommate Gabby, she sews all the labels and does all the sewing stuff. So yeah, so
we love that. That is so
shout out to Gabby.
Yeah, good on you, Gabs. But so she sort of does that stuff, and you know, like I just have a lot of friends that help me out with, you know, throwing around ideas or shooting or just being a part of it. Especially when we throw parties, because I fucking hate organising events. I definitely get some help from them in that time, which is great. Yeah, like there is a team of people. Like no one's officially really on the payroll apart from Gabby. But yeah, like I think being surrounded by good, awesome, creative people, I would consider that my team.
That's beautiful, dude. That's like
poetic. So I went on the Kmart website the other night to buy my basketball hoop. And they fucking have a waiting list now to get on the website. Because
get onto the website.
Yeah, because I guess people have been ordering so much online.
Manically buying.
Like
home deco come at me.
Oh, absolutely, mate. You gotta, you know, if you're in isolation, you gotta look after your I don't know, your space, I guess.
Absolutely.
But yeah, they have a fucking waiting list. Like you go on, I just wanted to buy a basketball hoop, and you go on there and it's like, you will be let into the website in 2 minutes. And it's like, fuck off Kmart. Like, surely they're big enough to have a website that can handle...
Jesus, guys.
Crashed. But at the same time, like, Centrelink crashed when, like...
Oh no, that's the government though. I mean...
Yeah, true. Okay, whatever.
That's classic though.
This is like coming apart. My string.
But so is mine.
I'm just gonna go with it.
Yeah, keep going. Just
alright.
Yeah.
All good.
So your brand has featured visual icons in the past, like collections. The Gatorade, Buke, the like VB. Can you tell us how and why?
Gatorade, I think, was Gator Buke. I don't think I'm
Gator Bukes.
I never did Gator Bukes.
You never did Gator Bukes.
I swear I saw a screen print of a Gator Buke.
Oh, like okay,
like
gotcha.
Influence.
No. Like, yeah, we did some, yes, gotcha. All good. We did some bong related content that involved a Gatorade bottle, but yes, not infringing on Gator Buke.
No, not at all. But how
never. I would never. I've hit them up to make me a bong like 6 times. I don't think they like me, so let's not fucking throw some shade around.
fair.
We're not calling you out. We're not. I swear to God.
But yeah, well, how have you gotten like how and why have those things like called you for your inspirations with things?
Like that would I would think at the time I thought it was like a Nang gun was definitely like that was something that sold, which was quite like looking back on it is quite shocking. Like I don't think that I would put a Nang gun on a garment anymore just because I'm like yet again I'm changing as a person.
Yeah.
You know I love a Nang just like everyone else, but I don't think I would be so inclined. Like it would have to be like a real big fucked up night for me to have a Nang these days. Like at that time I like I was fucking listening to like Junrats and shit, and they were very like bong heavy, and I guess Nangs would sort of like go hand in hand, and especially like I think Nangs had their rise. And then now they're sort of, everyone's a little bit more environmentally conscious.
Yeah.
There's probably more information available on, how fucked up a Nang is for you.
They're fun
though. They're fun. They're great for
and then they
15
like
seconds.
The strawberry Nangs, but like guys,
strawberry
please
Nangs.
come back. Yeah, those like strawberry canisters. They're like
Well, they're strawberry flavored Nangs.
Yeah, it's crazy. So
You're
like
fucking
it was
kidding
when like it was kind of like around the time when I had.
Who
decided
even
to do
manufactures
myself.
that? Imagine going to a cake company and being, or whoever makes the fucking that. Hey mate, listen, can you just? It is all for the culinary arts. This has nothing to do with anyone.
Swear to God.
Yeah. This has nothing to do with anyone taking one, but I don't know. Like at the time, that was like what I was doing, and like I like those sort of things. Like our first logo, as you said, was like the VB.
Yeah.
The VB logo of AM, and I don't think I would ever do that again now.
Yeah.
But like it definitely.
Oh, it's classic.
It's a classic, and it definitely plays like an integral part to the brand's sort of history and its growing, and like that's the thing as well. I swear to God, I was one of the people to do that first, and I just kept on seeing fucking rip-offs. I was like, no, fuck this.
It does ruin it.
Yeah, it does ruin it.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, like there's all. I guess it just came from what I was doing at the time, to be honest.
Yeah.
And, but like we had a good run of like Nang gear, and they were actually selling. And in my head, I was like, even I wouldn't wear a fucking Nang gun shirt to like I don't know, see my mum.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like some of the AM shit I wouldn't wear to see my parents, or like you wouldn't wear it to work maybe.
Yeah.
So I think that's made me also like that decision to sort of be a little bit more sly about our what we're insinuating on our garments has helped grow the brand and reach out to new audiences.
Yeah, totally.
But like those things will always be great, and I'll always love them dearly, those garments. But I don't know, like we made footy shorts that had a Nang gun on them, and people still fucking want them. And I'm like, oh man, like But like every time that someone asks, like every time that you get 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or whatever, you get people asking for you to recreate something. Swear to God, you recreate it and then fucking one cunt will buy it. It's that one person that's like, well, I just made 30 units of this cunt.
Yeah.
I hope you're buying all 30.
So
for you.
I learned that pretty quickly, to be honest. That, you know, if people are like, unless you really, really know that it's going to be a fucking banger, like it's going to go off, then don't recreate anything.
Yeah.
That, you know, I think it's, and it's kind of special to the people that did, you know, end up getting those garments. Like, you know, I've seen people that have like such old AM shit, and I'm like, wow, like that's pretty cool. Like, that's pretty cool, man. Like, you're still rocking a pair of footy shorts in 2020 with a fucking name gun on it. Good on you. Like, go for gold, you know. And I made that, and I'm even like, fuck, you must get on it, brother. You still love it. Good on you.
Do you have then, other than the framed B&B?
This bad boy, I feel like the B&B bad boy.
I don't know. I think I might have some other old stuff too. So I sort of, maybe. I hope so.
Yeah.
Otherwise, then they're fucking just lost.
Go on to the void of Instagram.
Let me. So this is. Oh wow.
Running out of space, guys.
Yeah. So I've kept a couple of the stuff. So this was the. Look at the print on that fucking shit house. That would fly these days. So that was the first ever Altamunted shirt ever made.
Yeah.
With a nice little iron-on graphic and a shuckers.
That's mad.
Cause, you know, yeah, for sure, brother. There you go, homie. Get that. Wait. Woo! Yeah, so that was the first one, and then, you know, with the type born from heroes, protected by stoners.
Yeah.
So good.
You know, like, that's the thing. Weed is cool. Do you want it on a shirt? I don't know. Like, so it's sort of, you know, would this sell today? Maybe not. This one,
hey, but look, at the same time, I would buy that. Can I just like have a moment to appreciate the little like that?
Yeah, I think
that's sick.
I think I was getting a little bit creative with that one. And then that's a OG beer name bomb. So it's like the little name gun. And then beer name bomb, because like yet again you come up with some fucking stupid shit, I guess, when you're a little bit younger.
Love it.
But still love it. Still wouldn't take it back. And then so if you ever fuck up a print, you just do 3 of them and try and make it look cool.
Yeah. Tips.
Yeah. And then oh cool. So like that's the thing. Like when you learn screen printing, it turns out that it's a lot harder than you think, and you're gonna fuck up a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, missing scissors, and I don't know why there's red behind it. And this one's very new actually, but I thought it's still cool. This is when
that's fresh.
This is when Rat Life and I did a collab. Rat Life is fucking incredible. Helen, but yeah, so we did these and we printed like sourced some vintage wares and did prints on them. But that's pretty much the archives of what I got. Everything else is just sort of out there now. I don't know where it is.
It exists
to be
in
honest.
other people's wardrobes. That's very good.
Well, I try and keep one of everything I make, and to be totally fair, it's a little bit hard when you're living with people that also buy AN.
Yeah.
So like me and my roommate right now are in a massive feud because I swear to God he wears my fucking jumper, and he's like, no mate, we just had the same jumper.
It's like you're wearing mine.
He reckons, so it's a Champion hoodie, and on the Champion logo he reckons that there's a stain on it that makes it his. And I've looked at the stain, and it is the smallest speck of black. And he's like, "Nah, brother." He's like, "Brother, that means it's mine." All right, so that's.
There's nothing you can say to that.
There's nothing you can say to it. It's really hard as well, where like you have all your friends wearing your shit, and then you know you have your friends stay over, or you have a party, or you know, and then everyone takes off their fucking jumpers, and they're all the fucking same, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. You're gonna have to start making individual name tags.
Yeah, name tags, dude.
Why not? You know, just add an extra little bit of effort to my life.
What have you learnt over the years when it comes to, you know, producing your product? What are the trials and tribulations that have come through that?
Starting a business isn't easy. Like I think everyone that's had an attempt at starting a business has been like, oh fuck.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think as well in the age of social media, like I think a lot of people's first go-tos are, you know, create a social media platform account or like Facebook or Instagram, and it's like boom, I have a business, and it's like, well, like you know, and I've fallen victim to that as well with previous projects. Like I'm not saying that I haven't done that, but what have I learned? I don't know. Like I was saying before, like those hard times are where you put a lot of effort into something and then it's just not what your crowd wants.
Yeah.
That's like always a hard one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like tax. Fuck tax. Like, man, I'm telling you, like that's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
I went a couple of years without really consulting an accountant, and then I was like, oh shit. Like as AM started to grow, I was like, oh fuck, should probably get a handle on that maybe. And so the accountant just looked at the books and was like, this is a shitstorm. So I didn't really know what a profit and loss statement was until about maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Which that's always
the trials and errors.
Then it's like, oh shit, I actually have to pay tax on this, which what else have I learned? The people around you really affect your business, I think. The people that you invite into helping you out, and that can either make or break your business. Especially in the creative industry. Like there's people that I've worked with that have done so much for the brand just through their creativity. That I don't know if the brand would be the same without their input or anything like that. So or if you're gonna start something, especially in the creative industry, make sure that you're giving people around you the time of day to share their opinion, because I think that that's much more valuable than any anyone could like wear your hoodie and hopefully repost it and then you just shoot to fame. Like it doesn't work that way. Like we've had people that they have yet again going back to this sort of like a currency of followers, right? People that I have people that have worn my gear before. And I'm like, oh shit, they reposted, and I'm just like watching the follow account. Maybe it's just because fucking Altamunted shit, I don't know. But it's no. It's been similar stories with other people. I think a lot of people are pinning a lot of their hopes on success purely on social media. And it is the complete opposite way to go about it, in my opinion. Like, don't get me wrong, social media has helped a lot, so much. Like that's the thing. Like that's what everyone is on. We run Facebook and Instagram ads. Like they're definitely a tribute to a lot of our sales. But I think when you're starting out, don't sort of hedge your bets on getting heaps of followers and then someone reposting you and you just shoot to fame sort of thing. Like it doesn't really convert that way. And yet again, I think people are getting smarter. Well, no, people have always been smart, but now that these social platforms are blatantly selling, like they're blatantly selling. It's like every third post on Instagram is an ad. And that's the thing. If you include people that are being paid to repost a product as well, that could nearly say that every second post is an ad. Like is this influencer wearing that jumper because they want to wear it, or did someone send it to them for free or anything like that? So I think people are getting more and more savvier about like the way that people display themselves online, and then on the opposite end, I think people that are starting businesses are hedging their bets a lot on Instagram, especially, and it's a fucking hard road, Like I have always had a mentality of like more followers. Then met a guy called Greg, who's a lovely fucking fellow. And he sort of showed me that there's a lot behind a business, and there's a lot more way to create revenue or create a community, or just to have people that are really engaging with you outside of social media. So I think like just because it's such a predominant thing right now, especially in the fashion world, I think that's one of the biggest things that I've learned, that sometimes the stuff that you think is going to convert into success or popularity isn't generally the things that you think that it will be. I think being more of a physical state, and just even you as a person going out and socializing, meeting new people, pushing yourself out of your comfort zone to meet new creatives and collaborate. I think that that's the way that it should be, and it doesn't really fucking matter how many followers you have or who wears your shit.
Fucking no.
But so I think that's the biggest thing, one of the biggest things, and also as well, like it's hard work. It's hard work. Like most people, 100%. I think if you have a business and if you're not prepared to put in like ridiculous hours, a lot of your own personal money, then you know, unless you're just an overnight success and it happens like that, which is the 1%.
So rare, yeah.
I don't think that, you know, the business will have the biggest, as much of an opportunity as if you were to go all in and, you know, really commit to it.
Yeah.
Do the grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you, like, fucking, like, look at every single person that I know that is successful, they fucking are grinding
yeah.
every single day.
Yeah.
And I think that's as well, like, you know, you can grind and also fucking have fun, but you just got to be really strong. Mondays suck.
Yeah.
Now I know why people like Mondays suck.
They weren't lying.
Yeah, they weren't lying because
Yeah.
you're still fucking cooked. You're like, shit, should have gone to the pub last night. Yeah,
It's
so.
a business day.
But yeah,
Absolutely.
so yeah, that's a couple of things.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
some good
Oh,
fucking
fuck
messages
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Also as well, check measurements.
Check
Oh,
measurements.
Before you motherfucking cut, check your measurement. Like,
Check measurements.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We just kind of like we were saying, like we were trying to start up a bit of our own merch, and I kind of was trying. Like I realized when I was trying to measure up how much to hem it to, and then I kind of realized it made it more difficult because I was like measuring from the different points of the shirt. So there'd be points I'd be measuring from here, which is obviously higher than the shoulder.
Yep.
yeah.
You know, so then I'd find
It's
my
so
measurement,
confusing.
but then I wouldn't be.
Are you doing cut and sew shirts?
Yeah, it's just like we were trying to make some crops, so we got given
Hectic.
these shirts, and we kind of thought we'd just cut them up and Iz would hem them.
Never works out the way that you think it's
No.
going to.
Yeah.
Like you cut a crop top and put it on, and you're just like, oh,
Exactly.
fuck.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a lot.
Well,
Shit.
here we go. It's like full Mean Girl spec with the holes cut in there.
We did it, we
This
did
is
it
a look
with
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just go with it.
Yeah. But this was intentional.
We're bringing it
Yeah,
in.
that's a good thing as well. If you, especially with a clothing brand, if you fuck something up, just make it look intentional.
Yeah, okay.
Just-
Fuck
just-
yeah.
if you fuck something up, everything was on purpose. Everything has a reason. It's like
Yeah.
when you do visual arts in year 12 and you do
Yeah.
like something random, and then they ask you to write a thesis on it, and you're just like,
You gotta learn to waffle.
create first, think second.
Yeah.
And then if you fuck it up, then it was on purpose.
You can write an
Absolutely.
essay about anything. It's
Yeah,
fine.
absolutely,
Like,
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Well, that's it.
Let's
the question.
reveal.
Wait,
So
let
we've
me
got-
just no. Fuck.
We'll tie it up.
No.
Quick finish,
I need
quick
an
finish.
S. There we go.
Nice, show the camera.
It's like a baby bracelet.
Yeah, touch
Yeah,
it, baby.
yeah.
It's for Rosie.
Take it out! Take it
No,
out!
no.
I love that.
Don't allow.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
It's very sick. I feel like mine's like it's more an arm.
Yeah,
band.
mine's really big as well.
Mine's kind of an arm.
I got
band.
show it to camera first before I try and get it on my wrist.
I was gonna
I'm
say,
just
yeah.
everywhere.
I might fit it. I might get it on there.
Oh wow, that's
You can have my big one,
oh cheers, dude.
and then I'll be the one to snap your tiny baby.
Yeah, you
Cool.
can have the little one.
Hectic.
Mushy good.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it fits.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
bangled.
Yay.
Lovely.
So
Lovely.
good. What does your one
Sick.
say?
Oh.
Hypnotics X Altamunted, but
Yeah.
it doesn't say
Mine
anything.
says-
I got lady.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got lazy rather.
And it says Alta Hypnotics.
There we go. Mine says Alta X Hypnotics.
Yeah,
dig
we've
it.
all got a
Because
little
I
bit
dig
stuff.
it. I
Dig
dig
it.
it. I dig.
Yes.
That's it, dude.
Perfect.
Thank you
Hey,
so
no,
much.
thank
This
you.
has been
Absolute
so
legend.
sick.
Absolutely.
Legend.
Absolute legend.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do a hoodie? Is that what we're
Absolutely.
gonna do?